Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So today we'll be talking something very important, and is about I think a write up Tyrese actually made, and he started by saying that sometimes he wish he was born Latino. I mean, the Latin community is grounded in family, loyal entrepreneurs, businessman and woman. Literally, I mean, present the dream, the grind, the whatever, and it takes to stick to, like they all have everything it takes to stick together. And I think Latinos also did not find that funny because some of them called him out, and black people found that very offensive. Why did he come out? Like it's History Month, and he came out to make such statement and all that. And I am going to start by saying that a lot of people are so quick to talk about other community without understanding that sometimes we do not face the same challenges as Latinos, Asians, and all that, right? But at the same time, if you are saying that black community do not come together, I know there are so many, sincerely speaking, black women are like the most educated, and there are so many black entrepreneurs all over. And I am asking, as a black person that wants to be a Latino or something like that, with your fame, you are a celebrity. How many people have you been able to market their businesses or whatever they have as a black person with your platform? How many people have you assisted as a top person? I am not saying giving money, but you can do so many things with your own platform. You can make so many people with your own platform. You know what? Let's get into this video.
Tyrese Gibson posted this. Sometimes I wish I was born Latino. I mean, the Latino community is grounded in family, loyal entrepreneurs, businessmen, and women literally represent the dream. The grind, the hustle, doing whatever it takes to stick together against all odds. He posted it and he's getting flamed with good reason. And as a Latino, specifically Mexican American, I want to go ahead and give my 2 cents to Tyrese. Especially as an insider, right? So I want to say that, yes, these qualities do exist within the Latino community, which Latino is also a huge umbrella term that encompasses many Latin American countries. But I want to say, because I've seen a lot of this narrative where people from a specific community look outside, even the Latino community, we look outside and we look at other communities that do stuff better than us. And we're like, oh, only if we were like that, blah, 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 blah. And I feel that it's a very biased take because we don't understand the intricacies of how other communities operate. Like, as a Latino, I can tell you that this is a romanticized version of what it means to be Latino, because there's even a saying within Mexicans: the worst enemy of a Mexican is another Mexican. A crabs in a bucket mentality also exists within the Latino community, and it's an issue that we as a Latino community continue to face. So I do think that it's very ignorant to say things like this, Tyrese. First and foremost, because issues exist in every community, but ignoring the positive ones within one's own respective community is very detrimental when you push a narrative like this. And I say that because black women have been getting educated and are earning higher levels of degrees. Not only that, but in this article, Who's Driving Black Business Growth? And it says that the rate of business ownership for black women is growing rapidly. Black women-owned employer businesses increased by 18.14% between 2017 and 2020, outpacing women-owned businesses and black-owned businesses. And I think these comments reflect a deficit thinking because you give credit to one community, but you also go ahead and throw shade onto Aries. I think your comments are a huge slap in the face to all the black women out there who are pursuing their education and starting their own businesses. And as you say, women literally represent the dream, the grind, and the hustle, and they're out there proving that.
It's Black History Month, and you know what that means, right? Black celebrities about to make a fool of themselves and embarrass us all in the process. My name is Brother Legend, and I'm here to raise your consciousness. Tyrese decided he was going to wake up on the second day of Black History Month and let us know that he wishes he wasn't black. He wants to be Latino because he thinks that the Latin community is grounded in family, loyal entrepreneurs, businessmen, and women are really representing the dream. I think somebody needs to tell Tyrese there are black Latino people. Like, Afro-Latino is a thing. When you say that Latino people are a race, you're actually usually referring to mestizo or indigenous Latino people. And the reason that's problematic is because it erases the identity of the black Latino people. But even if he's talking about the non-black Latino people, they don't face what we face. They're non-black. They don't go through what we go through, Tyrese. So yes, they have what we don't have. We don't live in an anti-Latino world. We live in an anti-black world. And the further you get from being part of the status quo, the more you start to feel the oppression that was meant for black people in other communities. And then it gets worse. He starts bringing up Jewish people and Muslim people. Bro, there are black people in all of these intersections. What are you talking about? Somebody needs to break down to Tyrese what the difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality and religion are, because he doesn't even know that. But this shouldn't be a surprise to any of the brothers and sisters. We already know you cannot trust a brother that dresses like he's concealing a pregnancy. Amanla.
Did I not tell you all bunny hoppers have a couple ounces of self-hate? Don't tell me Tyrese said he want to be a Latino. You not gonna tell me my brother Tyrese Gibson told the world that he don't want to be an African. I know my brother Tyrese did not sell out on Black History Month. Did he say this today or yesterday? He didn't say this during Black History Month, did he? Tyrese couldn't have said this during Black History. Oh my goodness, Tyrese, my brother. Do you wish you was an Afro-Latino? Or do you wish you was a white Latino, Tyrese? Because the African Latinos are African just like you. Or do you wish you was a white Latino, my brother Tyrese? Wishing to be something other than African, that's self-hate. I'm going to have to do some self-hate therapy for black celebrities. I told y'all all bunny hoppers have a couple ounces of self-hate in their blood. I told y'all this.
You want to be Latino. The fact that we look like we could be cousins, ew. But, bitch, quiet as it's kept, it look like we could be siblings. Double ill, because I would not want to be related to you. But, anyway, because you definitely be that sibling I'd be embarrassed of, honey. But I digress. You want to be Latino. Like somebody said on Twitter, Afro-Latinos exist. BT dubs, but I know when he says he want to be Latino, he ain't talking about the Afro-Latinos. He talking about the Ricky Martins, the low, them types. He want to be one of them, or like the Mexicans, honey. He want to be one of them girls. But the gag is, girl, like, the grass ain't always greener on their side of the fence either, honey. Like, I be perusing all up and through Latino and Hispanic TikTok, and honey, they be having issues too. Like, and a lot of they issues is our issues too. Like, girl, amongst other, specifically Latino things, but the point is they be having issues too. Like, girl, all y'all do when black people like this, all they do is be exposing their anti-blackness, their own internalized self-hatred, and it's really sad to see. This is nothing new. I've heard this before amongst black people, amongst discussions where they be like, see, we got to be more like this community, that community. Girl, no, we need to just, one, be proud of our own community. It starts there. Once again, if we want to free ourselves, we have to undo those shackles up here. And that includes envying other people groups, looking at other people groups like they got all they shit together. Because a lot of it looks cute on the surface, but they dealing with shit too. Every other people group is dealing with shit too. Asians got their own internal shit. Latinos got their own internal shit, and so on and so forth. So, like, being them won't solve your problems, Tyrese. They may in fact be worse if you were to switch sides. If we could do a racial switch, girl, that don't mean you're gonna have a fabulous life, girl. And it's like, I swear, it's like each and every time he comes out in the public and puts his foot in his mouth, he loses his beauty. Like, I really remember when you was like this pretty chocolate man with the high cheekbones and the tight eyes, and who could sing, and you was a model. I really wish you would go back to your modeling days, Tyrese, because at least then we didn't have to hear you talk. But at least girl, embarrassing, girl. Stop. And in Black History Month, you decide to say this shit in Black History Month, girl. But you know what? I look at it. I'm not gonna even look at it as like an affront to me. I'm gonna look at it as things that we need to address in our community. This is one of them. So, those of you who be so caught up in what other people groups got going on, understand something, honey. It ain't always peaches and cream with, I just said that. I don't want to repeat myself, but y'all get it. It ain't always peaches and cream over there. It ain't always, honey, okay, they're doing some things a little bit better. I don't even want to say better. They do things over there that they do. And furthermore, a lot of things that he was talking about is in our community. We have hardworking Black people in our, like, Black women are the largest educated group. Like, Black entrepreneurship is on the rise. Like, we have things going on. Y'all too. That's the problem. That's why I get annoyed with some of you Negroes, because y'all be so busy looking at other people and what they got instead of being appreciative and uplifting the things that are working in our community. Like, girl, like, learn to love yourselves, okay? Tyrese, girl, learn to love yourself. Because this is not it. This was not the take. This shit is tired. It's dated. Like, these types of mindsets were 20, 30 years ago. Child. Because I remember people used to say shit like this back in the day when I was in high school. I used to roll my eyes then, like, we need to be like these groups and that group. Girl, for what? How about we just work on supporting each other and being a better community towards each other instead of worrying about what other communities got going on. You could, instead of putting all your energy wishing you were Latino, put your energy into learning to love yourself and love the community that you come from.
Happy Black History Month, but not to Tyrese. Let's talk about it. Tyrese has expressed that sometimes he wishes he was born Latino because he admires their unity, something that he wishes was present in the Black community. I hear similar viewpoints from Black folks all the time, including that one creator who got dragged for saying that it's better to have a white or mixed audience than a Black one, and the whole crabs in a barrel talking point, which I have always rejected. Anti-Blackness not only dehumanizes Black people, it also romanticizes other communities in comparison. We have been conditioned to believe that simply because we exist as Black people immersed in Black culture that we are inherently deviant. That is a lie, and we need to unlearn it fast. Non-Black ethnic communities are also divided on issues like colorism, gender, class, political ideology, and methods of surviving under oppression. Yes, there are disparities that are unique to the Black community, but even those are not purely a result of communal failure. Latino isn't even a fucking race. So to say I want to be born Latino as though they are all the same with no difference in culture or practice is even more ridiculous coming from a Black man. And as crazy as this may sound, I think a lot of us have embraced a very literal idea of unity that actually threatens to stall our progress. If you look into our history, even post-slavery and during the civil rights movement, there has never been a time where Black folks were 100% unified. Again, that is an unrealistic standard. There were Black folks who embraced a more radical approach, and there were others who clung to conformity or conventionality. Patriarchy and sexism has always created fissures between Black men and women. And sadly, there has always been Black people who have internalized white supremacy to the point of sabotaging liberation efforts. Yet, even with those divides, our ancestors managed to come together and show mass displays of unity that got us the rights that we do have today. And don't get me wrong, I have no problem with us holding each other accountable or calling for more unity. We need it. But we ain't no fucking crabs, and our community is far larger than a barrel.
Tyrese Gibson posted this. Sometimes I wish I was born Latino. I mean the Latino.
Shout out to this Mexican-American content creator who calls out or calls in Tyrese for his idea of wanting to be saying he wish he were Latino. And for one, he was saying, it's always easier if you romanticize and stereotype another culture or another community, not recognizing that there are issues that exist in all communities in this country and technically around the globe. This content creator goes on to say that the same idea of entrepreneurship and community is seen in the Black community, especially statistically speaking, by Black women who are outpacing just about everybody when it comes to education and starting businesses. Entrepreneurship and commitment to community does exist in the Black community, and that is why I think he specifically is saying he wishes he were part of another group. If I remember the screenshot, he goes on to say how much in the Middle East men are respected and fathers are respected as head of the household, how they rather have sons than daughters because the son will become the men and become the leaders of the community. So although it is very nice of this content creator to say, well, there is entrepreneurship and community in the Black community, it's been happening by Black women, that I think is the very crux of the issue of what his problem is. I don't know. I'd love to hear from y'all in terms of why we think that is, why there is this disparity, and why it's pretty much proven now that Black women outpace Black men in many different respects. But in my opinion, from what he said, that is what I think the issue is that Black men are not the forefront, I guess, leaders of the Black community. I don't know if you want to say it's because of racism. I don't know if you want to say it's because Black women are too masculine and independent. I'd love to hear from you on why that is. But to me, that I think is the overarching issue. It's not that there's lack of entrepreneurship in the Black community. It's that it's because it's being done by Black women and not Black men that he's finding an issue with. What do you think?
So Tyrese has said some stuff, and I would love to comment on it. And I'm just using this post as a catalyst to talk about the problem, the bigger problem, right? In the Black community, whenever we have these kinds of conversations, we always seem to be confusing community leadership with ego-driven leadership. And we keep asking, why can't we use our power and our influence and our success to come together as a community? And the answer is because you don't want to come together as a community. You want people to fall in line under you like the king that you expect people to treat you as. And that's not community. That's a dictatorship. Also, just as a person of color, I don't think the answer is to try to take over the world. Before all of the financial and the social problems, we got emotionally torn apart for thousands of years. That's what we should be fixing. And no amount of money or power or traditional values is going to make that community that you say that you want happen.
Tyrese said he wished he was Latino, so he requested a trade from the Black American delegation.
Latino delegation here. Hell yeah, we'll take Tyrese. You got yourself a deal. And y'all can keep George Lopez.
So this is all I got from the stitches, and it's really very easy for people to want to be other people, so we say, I wish I am in white, or I'm a white person or a Latino and all that, forgetting that most of the things that is happening in my own community is happening in every other person's community, right? And saying that there is more unity and that business, in a Latino community than Black people. And first of all, let me say this. Before people start pointing fingers at Black people or start telling Black people that, you all are not supportive, you all are not coming together as one and all that, I want to ask you, how many people have you tried as probably a huge person? How many persons have you tried to set up or trying to promote or a Black business with your own platform? Because he is a Black popular, he's very popular. Tyrese is not a little child, everybody, we all know Tyrese, right? So I am asking, how many people has he uplifted? Because he is saying that he wish he is from he is in Latino community. And how many people has he ever set up? How many people has he promoted? How many businesses, Black business, has he promoted? How many people has he really helped? Because you can't just start coming out to say, Black people don't help each other. Like how? Black people really do help each other. And I have seen Black people once, if your business ever hit them, right? Black people are natural influencers. They are going to uplift that business in every way possible they can. And also, it doesn't really matter if you are black. One thing that I know is that, like, as long as you are good in what you do, they try as much as they can to uplift you. That doesn't mean that it is all rosy in black community. It is not all rosy. There are still people who with all their wealth and all that, you all can see some of them, like, Oprah Winfrey and all that, that try to, like, collect money from people to help the Malians and during the wildfire thing that happened. There are some of them that they are very, very rich, like, that they can come out and probably, like, let's set some people up in maybe like Oklahoma or maybe in Texas, or, like, black communities. I am coming for you. I want to build this. I want us to do this. I want us to get this. I want to create these things so we all can, like, we can elevate, we can move on, we can push ourselves, we can do better, and the rest of it. But you will never see them, like, do things like that. But then they come back through the back door to tell you that they wish that they were never black or something like that. See, like I keep saying, I am not saying that so when people say that, black people are not sticking together, first of all, what are you contributing to black people's growth as a black person? Not just being a black person, a celebrity, for that matter. And I think people should stop coming out here, on the internet to, like, spew some anti-blackness, like, rhetoric and all that, and think it is cool. It is not cool. And coming out on, History Month, that is just something I did not find funny. And I think we can do better as people. I think we can do better as, there are so many black businesses out there. Black women there are so many black women out there doing great businesses and prospering. Also, they are not just doing businesses, they are doing great. And also, some are looking for platforms. People are out there looking for platforms. They have something they are doing, but they need somebody to, to bring them all out. Are you people as a celebrity using that, your power, to bring people out to, like, showcase black people's business? Because if we are talking about sticking together as people, this should also be part of it. So if he thinks it is all rosy in Latino community, and it is, we all are going through the same thing. But I think we as black people can do better. If you have a great platform, you can also use that platform to at least. And I'm not saying it's a force. It is not a force, for people to use the platform to, like, to market other people's businesses and all that. But before you come out to talk about something like this, you should be coming clean, because we need to say the people that you already set up in black community or among your peers and all that. Because, people shouldn't be coming out to say something like this. I think that is all I have to say. And please, I don't want you to get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. I am not saying that black people, we are not perfect. We are not, we have our own loopholes. But before you start wanting to be another person, I want you to also know that, every community have their own thing or problem or challenges that they are facing. And that is all I got to say. So thank you so much for all the support, and let me know what you all think in the comment section. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.